Join me as I challenge myself to find the most amazing hidden gems in some of the world's most famous cities. When we think of traveling to world-famous cities, we often focus on visiting the most popular tourist attractions. And while it's amazing to see the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty, it's easy to get caught up in the crowds and end up having a pretty generic experience. But what if I told you that there's a way to elevate your travel experience and truly connect with the culture of the city you're visiting? When we stick to the beaten path, we often miss out on the chance to experience the authentic side of a city. We might grab a quick bite at a touristy restaurant or rush through a museum, but we don't really get to know the locals or explore the hidden corners that make a city truly unique. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. One of the biggest challenges travelers face is finding authentic experiences amidst all the popular tourist attractions. It's hard to know where to start, especially when everyone's telling you to visit the same old places. And let's be real, who hasn't ended up at a crowded, overpriced cafe that's supposed to be Insta-famous? It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but it's not always the best way to experience a city. By sticking to the tourist trail, we might miss out on the chance to discover the hidden gems that make a city truly special. We might not get to try the local food that only the locals know about, or stumble upon a secret garden that's tucked away from the main streets. And that's exactly what I want to help you discover today. From Paris to Tokyo and from New York to Rome, every city has its own unique hidden gems just waiting to be discovered. And I'm not just talking about secret spots that only a few people know about. I'm talking about entire neighborhoods, parks, and even cities that are off the beaten path. Take Rome, for example. While most people flock to the Colosseum and the Vatican, there's a whole other side to the city that's just as beautiful and historic. Like the charming neighborhood of Trastevere, with its narrow streets, charming piazzas, and delicious food. Or the stunning Villa Borghese, a beautiful park that's home to several museums and gardens. These are the kinds of places that will make your trip to Rome truly unforgettable. Or take Tokyo, a city that's equal parts futuristic and traditional. While most people visit the famous Shibuya crossing and the Tokyo Tower, there's a whole other side to the city that's just as fascinating. Like the historic Asakusa district with its ancient temples and traditional tea houses, or the beautiful Imperial Palace East Garden, a tranquil oasis in the heart of the city. But it's not just about the places, it's about the people and the stories behind them. Like the tiny family-run bakery in Paris that's been making croissants for generations, or the street artist in New York who's been creating murals in the city's alleyways for decades. These are the kinds of stories that will make your travels truly unforgettable. One of my favorite hidden gem stories is from my trip to Vienna. I stumbled upon a tiny hidden courtyard in the heart of the city that was filled with street art and quirky cafes. It was like discovering a secret world that only a few people knew about. And the best part was the story behind it. The courtyard used to be a hub for artists and musicians in the 19th century, and it still retains that bohemian vibe today. As I explored the courtyard, I met all sorts of interesting people, from street artists to musicians to local shop owners. And what struck me was how passionate they were about their city and their community. They were all so proud to share their stories and their secrets with me, and it made me feel like I was a part of something special. That's exactly what I want to encourage you to do, to seek out those hidden gems and to connect with the people and the culture of the city you're visiting. Because when we take the time to explore and discover, we open ourselves up to new experiences and new connections. So the next time you're planning a trip, I want to encourage you to venture off the beaten path and explore the hidden gems of the city. You never know what amazing stories and experiences you might discover. Thanks for watching, and be sure to share your own hidden gem experiences in the comments below. If you're looking for more travel tips and destination inspiration, be sure to check out my other video on video title.